Hello there, this is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I wanted to share with you one more beautiful card using the Dandelion Wishes. Earlier today I posted a card where I used some embossing techniques, a resist, to create a beautiful watercolor resist. This is it here, and I used the Balmy Blue and the Soft Seafoam. So that's the two of the new colors that we have out. I also showed you how you can use just different embossing powders and emboss just with, this is the metallic, this is with the silver, straight on the Soft Seafoam, as well as using the white and then some resist with a little one of our sponge daubers and some Balmy Blue. So if you want to see how to create these cards, just pull up my last YouTube video, and it is Dandelion Wishes Embossing Ideas. So when I was doing this one, I just so happened to do one extra embossing on a piece of, this is the shimmer white cardstock, and it was just laying on the counter, and I thought, I can't let this go to waste. So I don't actually have a finished card for you. I'm going to show you what I would do to finish the card, but I want to do a different type of resist with watercolor that I think is going to be stunning on this, okay? We're just going to go for it. I just wanted to just share this with you guys, and we will see what it turns out like together, okay? So for this one, I wanted more of kind of a sunset look. So I had a look at the other beautiful colors that Stampin' Up! Has brought in, and I thought these would be a perfect combination for what I want to do. So this is Poppy Parade, and you guys may remember this back from years ago. This is one of the returning in colors that they brought back. We've got Grapefruit Grove, which is a brand new color. It's one of our in colors for 2018 to 2020. And then this is our Mango Melody. And this is a beautiful color. It looks quite yellow here, but it is actually quite orange. And it's gorgeous for sunset. So I wanted to do a big, huge block resist over the entire image here and see what this turned out like, because I think it's going to be fabulous. So we're just going to go for it, and like I said, the card's going to need a little bit of time to dry, so I'm going to show you the layers that I would layer it up with and just a little saying that I would add. Okay, so let's go for it. I have got our largest block, and this block we use for our big huge background stamps, but it can also be used for many different watercolor techniques, and that is what I'm going to use it for. So this is the big one. It is a block letter F, and it basically covers a whole card front, which is what I want. Okay, now I'm going to just open up. I'm going to pop my image aside. This is the current host code for anyone who wants to place any orders for any of the products that I use in my videos, or any amazing Stampin' Up! Products that we have out there. You can go to my online store. Link is below, and you can link through that. You can check out all the stuff in the store. If you punch in the current host code with your order and it is over $50, I'm actually going to send you a free gift. If you happen to purchase the Dandelion Wishes, I'm going to give you guys one of these beautiful cards that I've finished off in the mail with a little mini card kit, that custom card kit that I always give away for anyone who places orders with me. So just to let you know that, okay? So let's get that out of the way and let us start creating. So I'm going to open up all three of these ink pads. These are the new ink pads. I love them because they just open up like a compact. You don't have to like push and swivel anymore. It's just a simple crack it open and slide. Okay, so for this one, like I said, I'm just going to go for it, but I want to make sure that my block is nice and clean. Okay, it doesn't have any residue of any other colors on it, and it's looking pretty good. I am going to start with one of the ink pads, and I'm just going to start. Usually I start with light to dark. And that way, if I happen to overlap a little bit, it doesn't cross-contaminate my ink pads, okay? So I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm just gonna press down a little bit of color. So I'm gonna go kind of build the color from lighter to darker, and you guys will see what this turns out like at the end here. It's gonna be good. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this one here, which is our Grapefruit Grove, and I'm just kind of adding a little bit of color. I'm going this way, right up against the last color, but not quite touching, because we're going to add water, so it's all going to blend together, okay? I just don't want my ink pads to get all mucky with each other. And then I'm going to bring in our gorgeous, I'm closing it up here, I need to keep it open, gorgeous Poppy Parade. And I'm going to fill in these last little spots like that. Actually, and a little bit down here too. Okay, so there we have got all of our colors onto our big massive block, okay? Our big block F, all right? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm so excited, is I'm going to place down my image, and this has had, again, this has had, it's hard to see, but this has had the Dandelion wishes, the one big stamp with the 3 dandelions, and then the one with it kind of blowing in the wind. So I have stamped this onto this Whisper White. I used Versamark, then I sprinkled it with white embossing powder, and then I heat setted that so it is ready to add some color over top. And you guys are going to see the dandelions just pop right out. So I'm going to zoom you in for this action because this is worth a zoom in, okay? I'm going to take one of our Stampin' Spritzers, love these guys, and I am going to add some water to our beautiful block of color here. So I'm just going to do a couple, make sure my spritzer's going in the right direction. My goodness. So I'm going to start spraying this till it starts to bead up, and you can kind of see little pools of water in there. Let me see if I can maybe do a little bit more. I'm going one more, okay? You can see how it starts to kind of run together. That's what we want. Now, when you've got enough water on there and it's starting to bead, what you're going to do is just flip it over and pop it down. Now, oh, I want the dark at the top, I think. So I'm going to go like this. Are we ready? Here we go, you guys. Here we go. Oh my God, I love this. This is one of my favorite techniques. It is, again, I happen to, some people don't like that feeling of being out of control when you're creating, and you know who you are. But this is one of those things where you just have to just go for it. And you know, it's going to be out of control because you don't know how the water is going to squish. But it is going to look amazing. So here we go. I'm going to pull it off here. You guys are going to see what has been created. Okay, see that? Now I've got a lot of extra color on this block. I am going to grab an aqua painter. Let me see. I know I've got one here. And I'm going to pull this up close so that you guys can see, or you can probably see from there, that there is a couple voids in the areas just around the dandelions. So I'm going to put this into, I'm going to pull you out a little bit so you can just see. I'm going to pick some of this color up here, and I'm just going to fill it in just a little bit. I don't want to fill it in a lot, but I'm going to fill it in just a little bit. I like the variation and I like the voids a little bit, but when it comes to having a void, when you have right where the detail is, I want a little bit more yellow in this one. I like to fill it in just a little bit, just so that it brings out the dandelions. If I had voids around the outside, doesn't matter. But I'm going to just fill this in just lightly, and I'm not doing full strength because, again, I want that little bit of variation. Oh my God, I love this. Looks so good. And I love this color combination together. So as it dries, I'm going to bring it up close. Look at that. Oh, let's take a moment. That's just so pretty. You can see how as it dries, the white is coming out again. And the colors are starting to kind of, as it dries, it kind of blends together a little bit more. And you can see how beautiful that is. Okay, so this is a little bit wet, but I wanted to show you just another way that you can do a resist using your Dandelion Wishes and have a spectacular result. And again, think of the possibilities with all the different colors. Check out all your ink pads and think of blues and greens together. Sunsets like this. You could do kind of gray washes and grays and blacks and have kind of like a white and gray and black. Oh, I'm gonna have to try that one time because I think that would look really cool. It would almost give you like the black and white old-fashioned kind of look to it. So, or browns. Browns would be beautiful too. So how I would finish this would be, I think I would pop it on a little bit of the Poppy Parade because it's a little bit wet, so I can't quite finish it off. But what I will do so that you guys can see the finished results is I will post it on my Facebook page, and that's just Sue's Paper Creations. I will add the link below, and I will make sure that I post that on there for you guys to check out what the end result looked like. But I am going to add a little thank you because I love giving out thank you cards for people who place orders with me, and just to pop in their orders when they pick them up here at my house. So I'm going to just crop this, and I think that when I finish putting it together, I might even add a little bit of our copper foil paper in behind my saying. But I would add a little yellow, I think, in there, and I will bring in a little copper. So that is what I've got to share with you today. Just another way to use your beautiful Dandelion Wishes. And again, the results are different each and every time. So again, this is a big block resist. This is just brushing on with the aqua painter. This is just plain old silver embossing powder, okay, on a nice light color. I like how it pops on a light color. And then this is a resist with just using little sponge daubers. So different ways to use it. I love that. So anyways, you guys give it a try. I think that you will be so surprised on the results that you will get. If you need one of these big, huge acrylic blocks, I mean, they are amazing for a lot of different techniques. When you're using a brusho and other, or just our re-inkers or other products that we have, they're awesome to have. So you can find those on my online store. You can find all the papers that I've used today, the stamp set, as well as, you know, our aqua painters, all that sort of stuff. So again, here is my current host code if you're wanting any of the products. But I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I just had to share with you that quick block resist so you guys could see how quick and easy you could create beautiful cards. All right, have a great day. Bye. So hello everyone, I am back. I just had to finish this card with you guys. I know I said I wasn't going to, but you know, what can I say? 5 minutes has gone by. This is dried, and now I have matted it in white, and then that I wanted to stick in the white. That was a last minute decision because I wanted to pull the white out from the image. It just makes it pop a little more, and then bring in the Poppy Parade. So this is the little saying that we had stamped in the video before I said goodbye to you guys and before I said hello again. So here it is here, and I'm just gonna, I have put a little bit of copper foil paper on there. I like to bring in metallics for things. And then I found in my drawer some metallic thread. So I'm going to finish this off quickly so you guys can see. I'm even going to color some pearls to add for little accents. First thing I'm doing is I'm just taking some of the metallic twine. There's no tricky way of doing this. I just basically wrap it around my fingers like that, 3 fingers, and I am going to cut a piece of it off. My scissors here like that, and I am going to place it on my card. Now to secure it, I will often just use one little glue dot. I place it down on the paper, and then I just smush that one little gathering there into it, okay? And that way then I can kind of spread it out from there. So it's attached all with the one little glue dot, all the loops are, and then I just kind of spread it like that, and then I pop my little saying in the middle. and that just helps hold it down. So I wanted to add in that little bit of copper thread because I framed it in copper. Like so. And I'm going to bring it down here so it doesn't cover up too much of our beautiful images. But there we have it. See the little copper in there? Love it. Okay, last little bit before I say goodbye to you guys again is I'm going to take some of my little pearls here, and I am going to take, I've got a cherry cobbler stamp and blend, so alcohol marker. And what you may not know is that you can color your pearls with your alcohol markers. So this is something that you can do to add little custom accents on your cards. So I happen to want to have some that are going to be some reds, and then I'm going to bring in, let me see here, what other color. I wanted to get an orange in there, so this is the pumpkin pie, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to do a light orange one on there. And I think I'm going to do a big one too. Let's see over here. You can see that I've been doing this before. I think last time I did it was probably Christmas, which makes sense because there's all these little red marks all over my pearls here. But I'm going to do a big orange one. Okay, so I'm going to add just those few little accents to my cards. Here we go. To finish it off, we're going to pull in the orange one, and I think I'm going to place it, get that little piece out of the way, and I'm just going to place it down here. I should have my tweezers out, but I'm just too excited. Okay, so you can see how that gives it a tone on tone. So I'm kind of doing the tone on tone, but so it's there, but it is not too taking away from what we've got going on. It's kind of subtle. So then I'm going to put these darker ones kind of up here. I like to work in threes. So there's my little finish accents for the cards, the little colored pearls. There is the copper twine and the copper. So there you go. Now I'm happy. I can show you my finished result. All right, so there you have it. And again, thank you for stopping in. And remember to let me know what you think. And, you know, subscribe if you want to see any more of my videos that I will have coming up for you guys. Okay? All right. Bye again.